Well, on behalf of Dr. Andre and Pastor Jenny Raybert, it is an awesome privilege to be here. Wow, Tando. We are at the end of October, basically, and it's been an amazing ride.
Listen, we have, and when I say we, I mean the entire team, so it's not like a two-man jive, but the entire team. We have prepped, we have fasted, we have prayed, and now it is here. We're concluding the revival tour and straight onto Faith Revival 5.0. We have waited for this moment with such great anticipation, and I know it's going to be nothing short of glorious. Make sure you actually stay connected with us. If you haven't registered yet, just come through. Buffalo City wants you here. The Faith Dome wants you to inhabit it. But make sure you stay connected with us on all our social media platforms. The handle is very simply at MyFaithTV, or email us if you have any queries whatsoever, partner@myfaithtv.com. We would love to hear from you, but more than anything, we're so expectant for 5.0.
That's right. And listen, I want to talk to you right now. Obviously, there's still one more city happening. There's Cape Town. That's going to be happening, tomorrow,
Yes.
as well as Friday. So obviously, you have to be excited. You still need to register for that. So Revival Tour at myfaithtv.com is the email address. But on that email, when you get the kickback, you actually are able to register for 5.0 as well. Because as much as Faith Revival 5.0 is an event on its own, it's still a part of the tour because all roads lead to Buffalo City. So we're so encouraged and we're so excited for every single person who's going to be joining us. And it's once again, like I said last week, there's so much work that is taking place. There's so much involvement. There's so much that's happening. And the team has been prepping. The team has been working hard.
Yes.
I've been chatting to some of the guys on the road. It's been so exciting talking to Pastor Jay, talking to Pastor Shante, talking to the team. And, it's going to be a bit of a surprise on the show for something for you guys. But talking to some of the people, it is exciting. And I want to encourage you, man, if you still can make Cape Town, be in Cape Town for those who are in and around the Cape Town area, in the Western Cape, actually.
Yes.
And if you are in the Buffalo City, or actually, matter of fact, it's a whole week of conference. They need to come to 5.0.
Yes, it is, because I was actually going to say, for everyone who's going to be joining Cape Town, it is at the Bay CFC. What excites me about this is this is over 20 years of partnership, walking the road together in broadcasting, which is amazing. So make sure you're a part of that. But 5.0 is going to be lit.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. Listen, but Tando, first and foremost, before we get into revival and everything that's going on, you had a great conversation with Right Now Media. So it was an incredible time that you had and you spent with Right Now Media. And then immediately after that, we're actually going to go to a conversation I had with Graham Schnell, right? And that from Focus on the Family. So we want to do those back to back this week because we really want to honor partnerships and we really want to honor the work that we do together with all these organizations that you've been hearing about the past couple of weeks, who are content providers, who are just working behind the scenes in ministry, reaching people through the Association of Christian Media. So let's go to those two quick interviews and then we'll have something special for you and then we'll take it from there.
Well, we are joined today by Marie from Right Now Media. Marie, we are so excited to have you on Behind the Faith today. Welcome.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Very excited to spend some time with you.
So let's jump right into it. Who is Right Now Media and what is it that you do?
Well, it's a ministry, first of all. We love serving the church with great Christian content. In simple terms, if we have to put it into really to explain this, we always say it's like the Christian Netflix. So to sum it up, we believe the mission of the church matters. We can see how God changes lives through video resources, and that's why we developed Right Now Media, so that you and every person in your church can have access to more than 20,000 biblically based videos. These videos are in libraries where we serve small groups, we serve families, students, leadership, people in the workplace. And our hearts is really to equip and disciple Christians that they can grow closer to God when they are not at church. So in short, this is the heart of our ministry. It's a video platform where we serve churches with great content.
Oh, that's awesome. But why, for everyone who's curious to know, why the media space in particular? Why, out of all the mediums that could be explored, why the media space in particular?
That's a great question. We started 30 years ago by distributing DVDs in bookstores. Our head office is in USA, and we saw quickly the declining of DVDs, and it's been becoming expensive. So we uploaded everything on a platform so that people can have easy access to a platform, because as you know, we are in an area now, COVID helped with that, people are more visual, they want to watch shorter videos. We love them to start reading books again, but this is a media platform that's easy accessible and that can easily be distributed to a lot of people by just a simple login detail.
So how did you become part of the Association of Christian Media? Because, my husband has this thing where he loves a couple of, superhero stuff. And I know every superhero has an origin story. So how did you get involved with the ACM?
Me and the ICM go way back. I started 20 years ago with a Christian publishing company where we served churches with great content and the media of great content, with great content. And I just changed roles. But since 20 years back, the ICM was always there, always supporting us with great media and great exposure. And it just seemed like a good fit. Right now, media with ICM, we are in partnership with each other. We do love the wonderful work they are doing, and we love to support them always.
Okay, so are you at the moment open to churches getting involved with Right Now Media?
Our mission is to serve the church. We started in 2020 with 30 churches in South Africa. We expanded until today we are serving almost 500 churches now, and not only in Southern Africa anymore, but we are serving Africa now with the Right Now Media platform. We've got local websites in each country, and the wonderful thing is that we are now in a place where we can develop content specifically in the cultural context for each country, for Nigeria, for Kenya, for Ghana, for Uganda, for South Africa. Very excited about what the Lord is doing in the expansion of Right Now Media into Africa.
Oh, wow, that's really exciting. Can I actually just say, for everyone who's connecting at home, in reading up and really finding out more about Right Now Media, I truly appreciated some of your core values and really things that are so dear at heart, which is the church. Teamwork, immediate action, authentic stories, hard work, and also not neglecting families. I thought that was absolutely critical. But to every person who's connecting right now and they hear how great a vision you have and they're like, I want to be a part of this, I want to know more, because we do have people who are outside of South Africa, who are within the continent of Africa, who still connect with us. What would you say to them? How do they reach out to you? How do they connect with you?
The very important thing about our mission is that we are working with church leadership. We believe that we want to support the leadership of the church, and they must support their members, because good content should be endorsed by the church leader and not a media platform. So for all church leaders, ministry leaders who are struggling to get good video content, who it's expensive to get book, DVD, study guide, and you have to wait long. So please get in contact with me. We've got local websites. If you just put in your browser rightnowmedia.org, it will take you to your country's local website, and there is a form that you can fill in, and everything comes directly to me. I'm sure we will distribute my personal email address as well, but for now, please look at our website, the content that we do have, what we stand for, who we work with, and you will be overwhelmed with what we offer for churches.
Wow, that's excellent. For every single person who's connecting, you saw the details come on the screen as we were discussing, as Marie was actually sharing a whole lot more. But I have to say, speaking of all that you do and all the spaces that you actually are involved in, earlier on, before we started rolling, you mentioned something that I know is so familiar to every single one of the viewers, because it's familiar to me too, and it's right at our hand, at our disposal. But you mentioned YouVersion and piqued my interest there. So tell me more about your involvement there.
I'm very blessed to be serving with two platforms in Africa. One, Right Now Media, and the other one is YouVersion, the Bible app. The Bible app has been installed more than 500 million times, and it is our hearts that in the next 2 or 3 years that everyone in the world will have access to a free Bible, because our app is free. So we need to tell people about the YouVersion app so that they can download it, so that everyone can have access to the Bible. But we are putting a big focus on Africa in the next year. We are currently almost at 100 million installs. We would love to expand that, get that more. And with that, we are doing verse of the day in local languages and in local countries. And we are doing Bible reading plans in local languages, in local countries like Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, South Africa, and so more. So please, when you want access to the Bible or you want free Bible reading plan, a devotional, download the app and share it with your loved ones. It's a great way to start your day with the verse of the day.
Oh man, I love this. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do in serving the kingdom of God. As you heard, Right Now Media as well as YouVersion, the whole heart, whatever the platform, whatever the methodology, the entire heart is that people would actually get access to be equipped, to be inspired, so they can actively make disciples, so we can actively be the church. I love that. And for every single person, if perhaps for some reason you missed the details, quickly do a rewind, quickly do a rewatch, and get a hold of Marie. Get in touch with Marie. Every single church leader, you want to be a part of this. The Lord is doing something amazing in this hour, and we are so honored to be part of the body of Christ making this happen. Thank you so much, Marie, for your time. It has been such an honor hearing everything that you are involved in, and I know that the Lord will continue to expand your work in Jesus' name. So thank you everyone for connecting with us today. I know that that was a great blessing to you. Listen, share this with your local church leader, share this with your pastor, share this with whoever is leading the ministry that you're a part of, because together we are mobilizing, making sure that the gospel of Jesus reaches every single part of this earth.
So you've maybe heard the voice on radio and you've seen the ministry itself. This is Focus on the Family South Africa. Partners, family, thank you for joining us. And I'll be joined today by Graham Schnell from Focus on the Family South Africa. I promised him I would not ask him to do the catchphrase or the slogan. Graham, welcome to Behind the Faith.
Hey, it's really good to be with you, Bernard. Thanks for having me.
Now, it's a pleasure, Graham. Now, for those who might not know, tell us who or what is Focus on the Family and what is your mandate?
Well, we are essentially the mandate is helping families thrive in Christ. So we want to provide help and resources to married couples to build healthy, thriving marriages that reflect God's design. We want to help parents and parent figures raise their kids with values that are grounded in biblical principles. And then we want to more and more speak to the youth and build character in the youth, play something of a parental role amongst a generation that in many senses is being parented maybe only by one parent, and promote the value of marriage and family to this generation that isn't seeing marriage modeled very often, and so therefore grows up without that model and that aspirational view of marriage and family. So that's kind of big picture who we are. But at our core, we want to share the gospel of Jesus with as many people as possible, and we do that through nurturing and defending this God-ordained institution of family.
So practically, how do you guys achieve this? With this whole mandate that you guys have, how do you practically achieve all of this in your strategies, your day-to-day stuff?
Well, it's a big task to put it simply. We do that through a range of ways, starting with media, and so radio and television. We provide a huge amount of content to radio stations, TV stations, and through our website. And so lots of audio and visual programs that just again speak into issues of faith and family. We do seminars and events. Just in a couple of months' time, we'll be in East London doing some parenting events, but often we'll do tours of events around the country, again, speaking primarily into marriage and parenting. We do counseling, so we have a counseling center here at our office just outside of Durban, but through online offerings and telephone and email correspondence, we're able to provide counseling really to the whole country and even into the rest of the continent of Africa. And then we have our resources, which is again a big part of why people know Focus on the Family. We have these biblically based family strengthening resources that again can really speak into people's issues that they're battling with from a family perspective. And then we also step into where family is broken. So we have a whole community engagement arm where we work with orphans and vulnerable children. We launched a child-headed household program. We take these kids through schools, through a whole curriculum, and really speak into and build into their lives. And then we run other programs in schools. We've got a life skill program that we run in schools. We've got parenting programs that we run in various communities. So there's a lot on the go to help us achieve those purposes. But we always are looking to really fit those main categories of marriage, parenting, youth, and then really discipleship and engaging the culture for Christ.
So Graham, I know you've been part of Focus on the Family for quite some time. So what type of testimonies or stories have you, so like you've worked with communities, you've done things, and you go back and you hear the stories. Do you have like one or two like stories or testimonies you can share of how some of your programs have helped or assisted be it families, individuals, communities, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. Man. Well, I mean, a couple that spring to mind are actually my wife and I had the privilege of speaking at a tour of marriage events around the country just prior to lockdown, in fact. And we were just doing these marriage seminars, and in the break, a couple came up to us, and I could see they were sort of almost teary, and the husband was kind of shy, and the wife came up and she just said, "You've saved our marriage."
Sure.
And that's just one couple. We've done research that over a 12-month period through a consultant in the States to help give us kind of some numbers on how are we impacting, how are we changing lives. And the two numbers that really speak to me the most is 1,400 marriages saved in a 12-month period. And even more so than that is Decisions for Christ, 2,100. That means more than 5 people every day making the most important decision they could ever make through the work of Focus on the Family. But some of the most heart-wrenching but also profound stories come out of our community engagement arm, because they're working with people that I mean, you know, it's kids in schools that are really, really struggling, child-headed households. These kids very often, the stories that they share are, you know, the mom who's disappeared, never knew the father. The mom only comes every once in a while to pick up the social relief grant, so they leave the kids to fend for themselves. And you've got this 17-year-old that's having to look after their siblings, get them ready for school, help them with their homework, manage the household, try and source some income just to put food on the table, while at the same time going to school themselves.
Sure.
And then when we do this Tales of Hope program, when we go through it, we have this graduation at the end. So to hear the stories of these kids saying, oh, this program and Focus on the Families has given me hope for the future. It's given me some grounding, some practical tools that I can implement to help me even in just managing budgets and the practical outworking of family. But it's also spoken to my emotion and hopefully to my spirit. I've become a child of God. And so those are some of the really core testimonies of Focus and who we are.
Well, that's powerful, Graham. That's absolutely amazing. You know, I know you guys as Focus on the Family South Africa are part of Focus on the Family in terms of the global brand. But in terms of working with people, what associations or groups are you guys a part of locally and possibly even internationally that help you and assist you in this? Because obviously where there is unity, God does command His blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. We value partnership immensely as Focus on the Family. We do partner, as you say, in multiple ways. We partner with individuals that stand with us to say, hey, I want to be a partner, even just financially on a monthly basis to support you guys or to pray for you. We partner with organizations and even radio stations and TV stations. We partner with to be able to provide content that can ultimately get out and hopefully impact lives. Yes, we partner with Focus in the US, and what we enjoy about that relationship is that it's not this kind of the mothership that just has branches around the world and it's all kind of run from the head office. The stance of Focus on the Family has always been, we'll go where we're invited. And so it's organizations or it's countries like South Africa saying, hey, we need this help. We also have families that need help. Won't you step in and help? And they say, well, we'll do that, but you guys are going to run it. So ultimately, Focus on the Family Africa is an independent organization. It's governed by a local board here in South Africa. And yet we have an amazing relationship and association with Focus in the US, and we get a lot of content and help from them as well. But one of the major associations that we have and groups that we're part of is the ACM, which is the Association of Christian Media. That's been immensely helpful for us as Focus on the Family, because as a content provider, providing radio programs and TV programs, to be able to connect with pretty much all of the Christian radio stations and TV stations through one access point, to be able to go to a conference and speak to you and then speak to Link FM and Kingfisher and CCFM and Impact Radio and continue to build those relationships. That's been profoundly helpful. And again, having that body that represents Christian media, which is a big part of what we do and how we make an impact and reach lives. So those are some of the partners I can think of.
Well, thank you so much, Graham, for this time, and I thank you for connecting with us as well. And I know people can get in touch with you guys at Focus on the Family if they want more information or want to partner or connect with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Best starting point is our website, safamily.co.za. Lots of information there, lots of great content, audio, visual, all kinds of online tools. but you can get in touch with us through that as well. And we'd love to help your family thrive.
Thank you so much, Graham Schnall from Focus on the Family. It's been such an honor and a privilege to have you joining us today.
It's been wonderful, Banda. Thanks for having me.
That's a pleasure. Well, that's Graham Schnall all the way from Focus on the Family, Africa.
Revival Tour has been absolutely amazing. But what I'm even more excited about is that all roads lead to Buffalo City. Faith Revival 5.0 is quickly approaching. I would even dare to say we're a couple days away. I mean, we're a week or so away. And I'm telling you, God is going to do something amazing right here in the Great Faith Dome. Even as we speak, we're right here near the dome. We're just off the side. But I'm telling you, everyone is getting prepared. People are getting ready. God is going to do something so amazing. Tell the people why they shouldn't miss. I mean, 4.0 was amazing, but 5.0 is going to be next level.
Come on, the testimonies from Faith Revival 4.0. I don't want to be biased, but you know what? I can confidently say Buffalo City, the Great Faith Dome, is my favorite place. And as you've seen the adverts, as you've seen the roll-ins, all roads lead right here to Buffalo City. We're going to have a magnificent time. It's really going to be a culmination of what's been taking place in every single city. God is not slowing down. God is not stopping. It's going to be even greater than what's been happening because He truly is moving. He's touching His people. So be expecting for signs, wonders, and miracles and testimonies to flow in your life as you come out to Buffalo City at the Great Faith Dome.
That's right. I want to really encourage you to have a tangible expectation for God to meet you during this week of revival services that we're going to have right here in the Great Faith Dome in Buffalo City. Wherever you're from, you need to book your accommodation. You need to register. The details are coming on your screen right now as to how you can register. You can also send us an email. You'll get an automated response that will show you all the accommodation. We've met multiple people that are coming down. You know, we made mention earlier that we were in Durban. Many of the people that we had the privilege of meeting, they said, I'll see you in Buffalo City. That really excited me knowing that they're going to come right here as well. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, if you need a miracle, this is where you're going to experience it. We have Tracy Harris who's going to be joining us as well as many men and women of God from all over that are going to be coming here, and it's going to be a powerful time in the presence of God. So you don't want to miss Faith Revival 5.0.
Once again, the sign of partnership, the showing of partnership. You know, it's been so incredible, even hearing what Pastor Niall and Taylor have been talking about, how everything just leads to East London. The team is getting ready on this side, Tando. Yes. I'm excited because our partners have been a part of this journey.
Yes, they have. And on behalf of Drs. Andre and Jenny and the entire team right here at the Great Faith Dome, thank you so much for being a part of this with us. Thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for being on this journey, because ultimately we're here to glorify the Lord.
That's right. We're here to glorify the King of Kings, and it's all about partnership. It's all about the work that we've been doing together. So many people over this month of October have heard the message of the gospel, have experienced revival, been set free. But that's because you've been a part of what we've been doing. And if you want to continue being a part, you can email us, partner@myfaithtv.com. Or if you want to join in, once again, you've been a part before, but things got a bit interesting or difficult, whatever it is, and you're like, you know what, I want to rise up and be a part of what's going on right now. You can email us as well, partner@myfaithtv.com, or go to our website, myfaith.tv. Tando, it's been an incredible time. The program is over right now.
It is. For every single person who's in Cape Town, if you're watching this on October 26th or even October 27th, make sure you get to the Bay CFC for the Revival Tour Cape Town portion, but all roads lead right here to Buffalo City. So make sure you are a part of this from this Sunday onwards. It's going to be an amazing week.
On behalf of Dr. Andre and Pastor Jenny Raybert, we love you. God bless you. We'll see you next time.